Hey, yo, E-King Fight News, y'all know what it is. Paulie Malignaggi, his reaction to Luis King Kong Ortiz versus Deontay Wilder, especially Luis King Kong nearly knocking out Deontay Wilder. Here's what Paulie Malignaggi had to say. Y'all know what it is. That's right, you know what it is. Paulie Malignaggi. This is what he had to say in reaction to, I think a fan tweeted him at Paulie Malignaggi, and the fan was like, after the 7th round when Luis had him on his feet, and I like Wilder, but that was some BS. He didn't have a fucking cut, and the ref gave him time to recoup by calling the doctor. What the fuck was that? I mean, yeah, even I was shocked looking at that, and I was thinking, okay, the doctor's looking at him, and I didn't exactly understand why. Like, why is the doctor looking at him? Well, you know, maybe he was hurt, right? Obviously, he could be hurt. But in actuality, and shot to 78, apparently, in New York, that athletic commission, as I've mentioned before, is very strict when it comes to fighter safety and their protocols. And they've introduced something new where if they have any belief that a fighter may be hurt or concussed, they will take extra time to make sure a doctor looks at that and to ensure fighter safety. I mean, they're pushing fighter safety. What I don't understand is why didn't that doctor just look at Deontay Wilder while he was sitting in his corner? Why do you have to do it in the beginning of the 8th round instead of during the corner time? That was unnecessary. I would say it's unnecessary, but I mean, there's a lot of bullshit that happens in boxing. I mean, are we really crying about 11 seconds? Here's what Paulie Malignaggi had to say. Yes, very shady there. And I expressed that on the air. As for what's legal and illegal in the heat of action, lots of fouls don't get called in fights, especially championship fights. Refs tend to let things slide more. Not always fair, but a fight's a fight. I mean, yeah, a fight's a fight. I mean, Luis Ortiz, he had a full 2 rounds to try and hurt Deontay Wilder again and get him out of there. It was Deontay Wilder that made the necessary adjustment to get out of harm's way, to counter Luis Ortiz. He was looking for a big right-hand counter shot. And, you know, they were trading jabs, and Ortiz didn't push the envelope. He didn't push the action. He just was, it's almost like he took the round off. So, I mean, here's King Kong Boxing, which is actually managed by Luis Ortiz's manager, Jimenez, right? It's not exactly Luis Ortiz's account. So, Jimenez seems to be using that whole beginning of the 8th round controversy as a way to push for a rematch. I mean, that's what he's doing. It's very evident. And I think a rematch is a great fight, but I think right now, I mean, Luis Ortiz got knocked out. Point blank period, Luis Ortiz got KO'd. When you get KO'd, I mean, that's it. There shouldn't be any fucking argument if you're on the mat, stretched out, sleep, knocked out. If you're asleep in the ring, if you got your ass knocked out, then that's it. That's the fight. I mean, whatever happened before that doesn't fucking matter because the fight's over. And, you know, at the end of the day, Deontay Wilder was never on the canvas. He got hurt, he took the shots, and the round ended. I mean, you know, people trying to say, oh, the ref should have stopped the fight. Are you retarded? That man is a champion. You let that man fight until he cannot fucking stand. He's earned that right as a champion. If he's standing, he can fucking fight. And it's up to the referee's discretion if they want to stop the fight. And most referees will give the champion his credit, and they will not jump in there all excited trying to, push for fighter safety and whatnot. When you're a champion, you're defending your title, you're getting hit, you're taking shots. The last thing any true champion is thinking about is, oh man, I better just sit down somewhere, Man, ref, come in here, stop the fight for me. Nah, it's not. Nothing about that. Quitting is the last thing on a real fighter's mind. A true fighter thinking about a fight, thinking about the heat of the battle, true war. When you're in the middle of the war, no one's thinking about quitting, man. No one's thinking about... No, I'm talking about no real fighter, real warrior, real champion. That's the last thing they're thinking about. That's why it always comes down to people around them that end up stopping fights. Unless they got some quit in them, unless they got some pussy in them, they're gonna find their place to sit down somewhere, or they're gonna pull a Bernard Hopkins. They're gonna jump out the ring. It's one way or the other, right? It's one way or the other. And Paulie Malignaggi, he does think there was something shady going on, but I was watching the Showtime feed. I don't recall Paulie Malignaggi doing any commentary. Was he on the UK feed? I don't know. He said he was on the air. I'm gonna have to look into this. I wonder what Paulie Malignaggi's live reaction was, because I was looking at the Showtime feed when I saw the fight, and I don't remember hearing anything Paulie had to say. Anyways, let's take a quick look at this. Is there something interesting in here? And I've yet to see this, but this is Jay Jimenez. I don't look at this account and think, oh, it's Luis Ortiz posting this, because Luis Ortiz doesn't speak fucking English, so I don't expect him to write perfect English on his Instagram or Twitter or whatever the fuck. But this is what Jay Jimenez had to say. So boxing scene, you better post a correction there. Just saying. Yeah, Bronze Bomber's a bad motherfucker. He came out, let's go, but his promoters or someone has deep pockets, made a signal to the referee. Again, not Wilder, but someone with interest in him winning. Remember, Wilder sure gets paid, but not more than promoters. We feel we deserve a rematch. So they completely changed up their message here, because they were saying someone with deep pockets signaled to the referee to signal to the doctor, because they had it all up in their mind. Oh, it's a big conspiracy. This fucking 8th round, Wilder got 11 fucking seconds. Man, oh man, people are starting to reach real bad. And if this was Anthony Joshua, I don't think people would be saying anything. I don't think people would be was anybody outraging over Carlos Takam being stopped by Anthony Joshua with barely being hurt by any shots? The ref just jumped in there and fucking stopped the fight. I mean, I think majority of us think, okay, this is a pretty bad stoppage. But then we look at the rounds, okay, Joshua's winning, dude's winning most of the rounds, so they stopped the fight for no reason. But, I mean, it was going to go to the cards and Josh was going to win anyway. So, either way, Carlos Takam ended up losing, right? Yeah, man, ain't no one got no love for Carlos Takam. He ain't talking about no conspiracy out here, but it is what it is, man. When it comes to this shit, it is what it is. Let's check this out, King Kong Boxing. While we might have not been able to give our fans what they wanted, just know King Kong Ortiz fought his heart out, never ran, never backed down. Instead, rose from the round 5 knockdown and gave Wilder the fight of his life. Absolutely, this has been the toughest fight Deontay Wilder's had to deal with in a very long time. This is the toughest fight I've seen Deontay Wilder in, period. Luis Ortiz came to fight. Deontay Wilder came to fight. When both these guys come to fight, man, and we got a great show. It was a great performance from both fighters. I think they both should be congratulated for what they did in the ring. And, Deontay Wilder, he got the KO. He should move on and fight the winner of Joshua Parker. That would be the right thing to do. Now, oftentimes in boxing, shit doesn't go down like that, but that would be the correct progression if this was one big fucking tournament to crown the best heavyweight in the world, which is what we all want it to be. And I hope Eddie Hearn realizes that. The fans will not accept this fight any later than fucking mid-2019. I mean, that's the latest you could fucking do it. Because, man, I'm telling you, if they stall this fight out, one of these guys is going to run to a loss. Either Anthony Joshua's going to end up losing to someone, or it could even be Deontay Wilder. Someone's going to run into a loss. You want to keep stalling this fight in, man. Just the fight is hot right now. Now is the time to make this shit. So anyways, E-King Fight News, y'all know what it is. Paulie Malignaggi. I'll update. I think Paulie Malignaggi should have posted something else, a follow-up on this. Let me see if Paulie Malignaggi posted a follow-up on this initial tweet. I don't know. Now Paulie Malignaggi is talking about Tottenham Juve. So I don't know, man. It is what it is. Smash the like button.